I am here right now with the queen of Bacchanal. You going, Destra?
I good. You catch me, boy.
I catch you.
You catch me.
I catch you. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home.
Absolutely, man.
Can you give
Pleasure.
the people a mini concert?
Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now.
Hey.
I'm your queen, you're my king, my darling. Tremble it and raise it up, tremble it and... Boy, bring the wine, don't waste my time.
All right.
Oh my God, I am a baddest. A baddest.
Wow.
I looser than, looser. I sweeter than. What you want? You want me to keep going? It have plenty, you know.
How you manage to maintain that voice 25 years in the business?
And I ain't even warm up. I know your mama guy. I know your mama guy.
What's the secret? Tell me the secret. Having a nice voice like that.
Well, I don't know. I just, I take care of my voice. I've been singing a long time. I've been singing in church growing up, doing R&B, singing junior calypso, doing all kinds of stuff. So I've had a lot of practice with my voice, and I love singing. So when I go in the bathroom, it's singing going on. And I love to sing other people's songs too, you know, people that I admire and whatever. So through my life, I've just always taken those kind of, you know, proper precautions. You know, sometimes people say, well, when you're singing, you have to do this or you have to do that. The only time I don't do anything is when I sing in soca, because then the voice will be too sweet.
Right.
So if I'm going to sing R&B or gospel or whatever, first I would get up, gargle with salt water. After doing that, I would drink probably a whole pint of tea.
Serious?
Warm up in the bathroom, boy. Warm up in the bathroom, you know, do all my scales and whatever, and then the voice really ready and ripping to go. But if I have to sing soca now, you know, it had to be a little more hoarse.
Yeah.
So I would drink some ice water.
Right.
You know, drink cold stuff, and you're not supposed to do that when you're a professional singer. But soca is different.
But yeah, your method.
Yeah.
Take
Craziness.
me back to that time when you first discovered your love for singing.
I've been singing as long as I can remember. You know, I came from a musical family. So my grandfather used to play saxophone and used to tour and stuff like a white tour now. He used to be a part of a jazz band. Right. So from about 3 years old, my grandfather would be calling me for his friends and saying, sing for them. And I would sing, I found love on a two-way street.
Yeah.
And I was like 3. And, you know, everybody would clap and stuff, and I liked the attention. Always liked the attention since I was little.
Yeah.
But my love for being on the stage now came when I was about 10, and I went on stage to sing calypso for my school. Right. And I had no idea what calypso was and whatever, but my teacher at that time, I think I was in standard 4, she said, use the stage like this, hold the mic in the hand, so do that, whatever. And I just do it. I was on automatic. And I think Brother Resistance and Kariga Mandela were the judges at that time. And I win the competition. And the way how the crowd screamed for me, I was like, I can live like this. Yeah. I love this. I want all this.
So that was when they decided that, you know, music was for you.
Yeah. That was the day. After that, no turning back.
And what steps you took after that?
Well, I continued singing calypso. Right. Every year I was in the junior calypso monarch until Form 5, singing, doing CXC.
Yeah.
And then Mommy said, well, you have to stop because school first and whatever. So during the exam time, I didn't get to participate. And then when I did A-levels, she stopped me again, exam time. And then after that, I said, well, you know you have no money to send me no UE.
Yeah.
So I will be going back and going and sing. But it wasn't soca then. I was doing R&B. I was at Caribbean Sound Basin, where General Grant and Kiska the Caravan and all those people were. Wow. But I was pretty young. I was about 15, 16, I was part of a group, and we were doing R&B. Right. And then, you know, long story short, I ended up being a solo performer, and we were trying to get an international contract. So I tell people all the time, Rihanna is living my dream.
Serious?
Right? Yeah, I couldn't leave Trinidad, had to end up pivoting, and that's when I got into soca. Didn't know nothing about soca. My voice was too sweet for soca. They keep telling me, nah, you know. And then I just developed. I'm like a chameleon, so I could change it, swing it.
Wow.
Anyhow.
So you're not only within the confines of soca music?
No, I'm not. But, you know, I love soca so much that I don't want to say stuck because that's a bad word, like, you know, you have no choice. But I kind of got stuck in the sense of loving the fans, loving the vibes, loving the stage, loving the... I just got stuck there. But no, as I said before, when I was younger, I used to sing in church, I used to do the calypso thing, I used to do R&B. People like Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey and these people, I would sing over their songs. Right. You know, so that was my vibe too.
Can you sing a Whitney Houston song for me?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh God, let me see.
Give me something.
Let me sing. I know that when you look at me, there's so much that you just don't see. Oh, but if You would only take the time. I know in my heart you'd find. Oh, a girl is scared sometimes. The winds aren't always strong. Can't you feel the hurt in me? I feel so all alone. I wanna run to you.
Let's try again, Lord. So you think you'll ever go back into the R&B and get them something?
You don't know, you know. It's any way the wind blows, actually, because, like, right now, I'm finishing up, well, I just finished my gospel album.
Right.
That's like news. Nobody knows about that yet, but probably by the time you hear this, they might know.
Yeah.
And, you know, for me, it's always something that I started. I actually did a R&B album, you know, when I was 16. I did an R&B album.
Serious?
Yeah.
We gotta go look for that.
That was my first album I actually did. So when I say I have 16 albums, that was the first one. And on my bucket list, I always said that I have to finish my gospel album.
Yeah.
I just want to cross it out. You know, I want to make sure I do a gospel album, a Christmas album. You know, I have an R&B album. I need to update that, though, because that was since 16. But, yeah, the sky's the limit. And when God blesses you with a talent, you take it to as far as it can go.
Destra, the burning question on people's mind right now is why did Destra sit out 2025 Carnival?
Well, I sat out Carnival because I needed to focus on the gospel album. I needed to focus on, to do an album like that, I have to go back in history and tell you. On my first album, in my second album, my first Soca album, but second album, in 2003, I put a gospel song on it. Right. Then 2004, 2005, and every year after that for 6 years. But people keep jumping over the gospel song and going to the popular soca song. Yeah. So I realized, wait now, you rolling top in mud here. You know, you ain't really making sense. So it's best to stop. And one day, you'll get the vibes and you'll just do a whole album and you can put these songs in it, but you know, you could do some fresh ones. And I keep putting it on hold, and every year getting more popular, more famous, I touring more. And I keep saying, no, not now, next year. But this year, well, last year with Roy K. passing, it kind of made me think about mortality in a holistic way. And it don't have tomorrow. You never know. Today could be your last.
Exactly.
And it have a lot of things that I want to do that I have not done. And this was one of those things that I wanted to complete. But with gospel, you have to be in that frame of mind and that zone. You can't be studying, oh gosh, how are going on when the road march? Oh gosh, what outfits are going on where? Yeah. Oh gosh, my hair. Oh gosh, I'm going in studio, I'm tired, my voice cracky. So I needed to take the time and really focus and get into that zone. It's ironic though, because we're in Lent now and the album is finished. But right now is where I'm usually my most spiritual, in Lent, because we fast, my family and I, we fast for Lent, for the whole 40 days of Lent.
Serious?
Yeah. So usually this is the amount of time I would have to do the gospel album, but I needed more time. I needed more time. So it was a sacrifice. And you know what they say, the little you do for Jesus is precious in his sight. So I hope and God will bless me.
Did you miss the carnival though?
Well, boy, Marshall asked me that same question. And I was like, no, I real good. But I missed it in the sense of the fans. Yeah. Seeing the fans and performing for them, and there's an adrenaline rush. But I missed that. But I did not miss it because of what I was doing. I was about God business, so it was all right.
What has been the most difficult part of your journey so far? How did you overcome it?
The naysayers, people saying blah, 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 always saying something like they know you. Yeah. You know, that was real hard at first, especially coming up in the first couple of years, knowing that, hey, I'm a nice person and all, you all don't see this person here, you all don't know me. Yeah. You know, but that was hard, but I learned to deal with it because you realize that, in essence, these people don't know you. If they do, they wouldn't have these things to say. Yeah. When your friends talk about you, I mean, you have some bad friends that might back, bad talking and think, but
true.
I'm saying, if somebody's saying something and you know it's not true, then obviously they don't know you. Yeah. So you just have to block out the noise and just keep it moving. And at some point, people would realize, wait, now I was wrong about her. And that happened a lot in my career. It's been 25 years, last year.
A long time.
Last year was 25 years since I was in the
quarter
business.
Century. How does that feel? Did you think you would make it this far?
No. Not in Soca, at least. Right. I thought that by now, I would have been, having a brand like Fenty.
Yeah. Not too late,
I know. But I didn't think that I would get, I would stay in Soca so long. I thought it was just a stepping stone to, probably doing gospel or R&B or something like that, because I really enjoy singing. But I get addicted
Yeah.
I get addicted to the
To the
vibes.
music, the vibes of the soca music.
Yeah, it's just different, boy. It's different. When you go on that stage and these people started, when they say, coming on stage, Destra, and they put, ah! You're like, wait, boy, that's for me, boy?
Do you ever feel a sense of anxiety before you go
All
on
the
stage?
time.
Serious? What is that like?
I'm not over that. Listen, you know how many times you feel like you want to go in the bathroom just before stage?
Serious?
You're like, oh God, oh God, oh God, I need to use the bathroom, but they call and your name, you had to go now.
Yeah.
You know, plenty times I get headaches before. Now the anxiety is a little different. If it's somewhere that I've performed before, I'll be like, all right, yeah, cool, no problem. But if it's somewhere or a party or a crowd that I haven't performed for before, then I'd be like, okay, let me see how the vibes is. I might come outside in the back where you can't see, man. I might look at the crowd, see how they're looking, see if they're jumping up
With the
more for
vibes in
fast
it.
songs or slow songs.
Yeah.
And then tell, Alex, my Ableton guy, and sound and musical director of the band. So
Right.
if it's a band gig, I'll say, Alex, flip this at the top, put this down here. So because the way our sets are, we could flip it anyhow.
Yeah.
It's not regimented. And then I would freestyle in between to join the parts and stuff. But yeah, I get, man, if you stop being nervous,
Yeah.
and you're not making sense.
For
Because when you
real.
first start, for people to know who you are in the first place, you're nervous.
Yeah.
And you want to do your best. So if you keep being nervous, well, not nervous, but, the butterflies, the adrenaline rush, that will keep you sharp.
Yeah, yeah.
That
So
will
you had to
keep
stay
you
sharp.
You had to stay sharp.
What was the first time in your career you actually felt proud of yourself and you felt like you was really making it?
When I hear my song on the radio for the first time. When I hear Tremblet on the air waves for the first time, I call everybody.
You
I say, my
lie.
song on the radio.
Yeah.
I say, oh my God, that was real good. And then going into the party too and performing your song for the first time. Because usually if you don't have a song back then, you perform, a song from another female.
Yeah.
But performing your own song now, it's a lot of pressure because you have to bring it and bring the vibes of the song. With somebody else's song, you could see how they perform it and perform it just like them. But with your own song now, you had to bring the vibes, and I didn't know how to
You had to
perform.
create your own formula.
I didn't know how to perform Tremblet. I swear, I kid you not.
How you learn?
Well, I was going to the party,
Yeah.
and I see a girl trembling.
Yeah.
So I say, I go do that. So when I went on stage, I sing down the verse and chorus, whatever. And when they reach the horn part, pop,
Yeah.
I turn around and I started,
And they
and
started
the
trembling.
crowd mash up. I say, all right then, that's what we're doing from now on.
And at what point in time you get the name Queen of Bacchanal? What an interesting name.
Well,